Another scenario is users that are just spamming your bot with garbage, just hitting random keys. This does happen, believe it or not, and it can be kind of expensive. So we can solve this with a simple rule as well. All right, if a user starts randomly typing in garbage or nonsense, they're probably abusing the system. Also keep a counter, and then we're going to temporarily ban the user if that happens. And so this is really is here to demonstrate how we can build another tool that can do this for us. So right now there's no way for the bot to ban a user. So we're going to have to add a flow to enable that capability. So that's what we'll do. And I have this pre-built because it takes a minute, but I'll show you how it works. So there's temporarily ban user. So when you build a custom tool for your assistant, it'll always start with a new trigger. And so all we're doing in this is we don't know what language the user is going to be using. So the first thing we'll do is we're just going to translate our message, which is basically signing off. We're not being too polite here. They're not being nice to the bot. So we're just going to translate signing off to the language that they're using. We're going to send them that message. And then we're going to use the utilities to switch their status to banned. And then we're going to wait. In this case, I'm just waiting 1 minute, but you could wait any amount of time, and then we're going to unban them. You don't have to unban them, but we're going to do that just so that they can start using the bot if they decide to behave better. And then now that we have that flow, we can integrate it in as a tool. And this time, the type of tool that we're going to use is a flow tool. Temporarily ban user. And tell it, give it a description. And in this case, because we're waiting for a minute, we're going to transfer control. Actually, we're just going to continue the conversation. This means that the assistant isn't going to wait for that response. It's just going to end. The trigger type is direct, and we're going to use our temporarily ban user flow. All right. So now we can test this. All right, so it's done. And now for the next minute, it's not able to communicate. So this is not using up any credits, it's just ignoring these messages. After a minute, the timer would re-enable them. So if they came back after an hour and had a legitimate use for the bot, they could use it. Okay. There's also a scenario, and I'm not going to go into depth on this, but it's usually good to have a rule in here, especially if you do have a ban user option. So if the user becomes abusive or mean or whatever else, you don't really want to send them to your support team. If they're behaving like that, we're just going to straight up ban them.